You're listening to Get More Done. I'm your host, Ben DeGavage. Each episode, we will talk with business leaders from around the world to discuss how they are helping their teams be more productive, building systems to scale, or leveraging automation. In this episode, I caught up with Matteo Papaluca, the head of global sales at Boom. With a decade of sales experience under his belt, mostly in management, Matteo talks about the importance of nurturing your people and focusing on their development individually to help the team grow and succeed. Enjoy. Excellent. Welcome back to Get More Done, the podcast all about productivity and just being awesome and getting things done. Joining me today is Matteo Papaluca, the head of global sales at Boom. So Matteo, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Ben. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, super pumped that you can join us. And if you're not familiar, we typically start these conversations with an icebreaker to kind of break up the nerves a little bit, get a bit comfortable. So with that, what was your favorite what was your favorite field of study in school when you were growing up, and why was that your favorite?
Yeah, so I studied economics back in high school and also in university. I did also master degree in economics and tourism. I think the best was leadership. We had a class in leadership in high school. I remember there was this. It was famous manager at the time. It was a high rated manager in Italy. It was like a leading part of a big production company. And this guy was coming to talk to us. And I started like engaging with him a lot. So he was talking about those leadership styles, all about this. We were kids, but there was things that you see this guy, all suited, big guy. So, I want to be like him. So yeah, leadership I think was one of the best. And I also, when I studied the university, I had the chance to have many courses on leadership. And then because I really liked it, I took actually, I was in Dublin at the time in Ireland. And I took a leadership course. It was a diploma, actually. It lasted for 6 months at the Griffith College to really go into leadership and understanding how to lead people, leadership, inspiring versus management and so on. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. I mean, the love of economics and then leadership kind of combining together is basically your foundation to everything you've been working on. So that's really awesome that you stacked all that up. So on that note, tell us a little bit more, about yourself and your role with Boom.
Yeah, so I've been in sales for 10 years. As I said, I started, I was working in sales in Italy, in business travel, and then I kind of, with my girlfriend at the time, and my wife now, we just say, okay, want to go abroad. Let's start, seeing some opportunities. We moved to Dublin, Ireland. Beautiful place, beautiful people, Irish people. I started there in Ryanair, like an airline. It's the biggest low cost airline. It's like Southwest in the US. It's the biggest in Europe. I started there as a manager for a year. Very tough job, to be honest with you. So it helped me a lot, like building resilience and strength, lots of travels. It wasn't easy. And then from that, I just said, I want to go in tech, and then I started my career in tech. I went to a startup. My first one was acquired by J2 Global. It was a telecommunication startup. And then LinkedIn, which you might know. 4 years in LinkedIn, and then I ended up another startups, Cloudbeds, and then I started Rebrandly, actually. My first job as a manager there. It was a super cool startup, small but like very, very, very tough. And we did lots of good things there. And then Cloudbeds, another scale-ups, like from San Diego. They do a software for hotels and vacation rental, and ended up then in Boom. Boom is we work is the first platform to that helps companies to produce, manage, and get insights and analytics from photos and visual content. So imagine all those photos that you see on your DoorDash app or your Deliveroo app or your Airbnb. Those photos are taken by companies like Boom, like that we do at scale. So yeah, I've been here for now over a year now. I'm loving it, to be honest.
Yeah, awesome. That track record and that tenure of just scaling up and managing teams all over the world. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome to hear. So, one of the biggest ways that teams save time is with delegation. So let's dive a little bit more into how Boom helps with that, because you mentioned, having the capacity to capture all the imagery and manage all of that. So how does Boom help
Boom,
with that?
Boom. That's a good question, Ben. Boom is actually, I think, the best, one of the best examples for externalize a part of your business, right? So imagine these companies in real estate and food, or product or fashion that usually they take photos and they need photos for to go online, right? And they need good photos, in order to sell more. So you can have the old way was you have thousands or dozens, let's say, of freelancer, like, or people, like, even sometimes people with your phone and say, okay, I'll take a photo, all those kind of things, right? Which is not scalable really. And you ended up like, instead of selling or doing your core business, like selling houses or, selling food, or supporting like selling e-commerce and product, you ended up like creating another Boom, right? Creating a platform that helps you manage all of that, because it's not easy to do that. And Boom does that. Boom does actually, it takes that away. So you give everything to Boom. We have 35,000 photographers around the world, a beautiful platform that works. You can book photo shooting in 1 second. You get a photographer dispatched and photos in 24 hours. And that's exactly what we help leaders in operation, in marketing, leadership teams in those companies I was mentioned before. They can really focus on their own business, and we take the photos. We make sure that those photos are good and they sell they sell better, and they can in this way focus on what matters for them.
Yeah, that's awesome to just let them focus on the core strength, and you take all the headache away and help them with that production side of things. That's really great to see. Now, recently you posted on LinkedIn something that really stopped me in my tracks about how you reduced the time you spend in meetings each week by nearly half.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about the process. How did you put that in place, and what results have you seen so far, and maybe any challenges that have come up from that?
Okay, first of all, I wrote that on a. Okay, my daughter was sick. I couldn't sleep because she was a bit with a cold or something, so I couldn't really sleep. So I was on my phone, right? And I wrote that, which I don't know what happened. It just went viral. I got, I think, above 300,000 views and almost 3,000 likes. Something that never happened to me in LinkedIn. I always had good engagement, but not like that. So the reality is this. I woke up one day and I was clearly under the water. It was back in August this year. I remember, a week of holidays after a year in Boom, a year, very challenging year. Imagine COVID, kids, homeschooling, all. Okay, we know that, right? So we were all in the same situation. So I ended up like also lots of some changes in the team, so I ended up like really under the water. I remember I went on holiday for a week, and I came back from holiday and I was even more tired. I was even more under pressure, and I said, "Man, what's going on? There's something going on." And I actually, my manager came to me and said, "Man, I wanted to book a meeting with you, but it's impossible." And I just said, "What do you mean it's impossible?" "Yeah, man, it's you're all fully booked. You have." And I just say, "Oh yeah, you're right." I started realizing, and then Google, I think, released actually. Um, um, Insights. If you go in your Google Calendar, you start seeing the hours of meetings that you are in and with who. And then I said, 40 hours? 40. It was like 37. It was unbelievable, man. It was basically each hour of my calendar was booked in meeting. And look, it's normal. okay, I understand it's normal for many people. I manage 14 people directly. Now adding other nine, I'm also adding managers, of course, because people told me, oh, you should have managers. Of course, I'm adding now managers, but sometimes in startups you don't get all the support you need. You just try to do everything yourself. And I just said, no, I need to do something. I cleared the calendar today, and I sat down, first of all, with myself and say, what do I need to do? Where I'm spending most of my time? And unfortunately, Ben, because I love one-to-ones, I am the biggest driver of one-to-ones. Unfortunately, I was doing 14 hours of one-to-ones. Okay. And 1 hour per person per every week. And then I said, okay, I can go and cancel them, or I can do better. I can ask my team. I sat together with my team and say, hey guys, uh, we're doing one-to-ones with all of you. And to be honest with you, I'm very stressed out. I feel that I cannot deliver. And sometimes those one-to-one Ben were really, okay, after half an hour, okay, now, no
Yeah.
agenda, not really, no, if all of them were heavy conversation. I wouldn't even, start from that. But I felt my team, we were pretty aligned with all my team. We're doing good. Like, so maybe it wasn't needed. And they told me, oh man, I actually don't need that. I said, what do you mean? No, 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 it's too much for me too. So, really? And then I start talking with my team. And we ended up doing that with my team. And then I went to my leaders and my leadership team peers. And they told me, oh, no, no, yeah, you're right, actually. I need that. We can do that every 2 weeks. I said, oh, okay, I didn't know that. And then I started doing that. And I will get calendars invite and I will just ask a simple question. Do I need to be there? That's simple. It's not, look, Ben, we don't want to, in a remote world, you don't want to make boundaries. Okay. You don't want to feel Matteo is not accessible. Okay. You need to do this with compassion. You need to do this in a way where you are always accessible. And then we talk about Slack and all that later. But the question I asked myself is this meeting really needed? And I ended up the understanding, but almost actually was blowing my mind that the people in that meeting, they didn't want to be there either. So we ended up actually, that happened then very quickly in 2 days, monthly one-to-ones, but daily check-ins. So, with my team, we will use Slack. We will use, because I need to be available with my team all the time, anything personal, professional, I'm always there, day and night. This is the only notification I get here, my team and my family. That's it. I have no other notification, right? So I just said, okay, you need to tell me if something is wrong, and I will check with you every day. Okay, that's fine. We can do a Slack. So Slack, huddle, quick chat, videos, all that. And then they start telling me, yeah, but I need to tell you when I need to tell you to do something, or when you need to tell me to do something. How can we do that if you don't have a one-to-one? I said, look, we have Asana. We can assign a task to each other on Asana and say, hey, Ben, can you please do this for me? We also put some reference, some links, and so on. And then this this started, and my calendar went. If you look right now, it's 15 hours per week, and I am actually very happy myself. But most important, I found my team to be happier. I found better communication also with my peers and my leadership team. Not expected, Ben. Not expected. So this wasn't something I know how to do it. I'll do it. No, I didn't know anything. I just went there because I was under the water.
Yeah, totally. And that vulnerability to your team of being like, I need your help to help me, right? It's like that I think, and you coming with that from a compassion, be like, I don't necessarily, despise you from inviting me to this meeting, but if I don't need to be there, like then it's not something that I need to fill my time with. So I think taking more control over your week is very empowering and something that a lot of people can take back. And as you said, as long as there's that communication, that way to still get in touch with your team, then everything else can still thrive. So that's really awesome.
Exactly, Ben. They need to know, because if you do that with compassion, it's okay. If you do that with no compassion, you're an asshole. Okay. So that's the thing, so it's very important. And compassion management, I'm very passionate about that. Jeff Weiner, the former CEO of LinkedIn, talked a lot to us a lot about that. And in a situation like this, when it's a tough situation, because one-to-ones are most of the time the most important time of the week, because people really need to come to you and talk to you, Ben, because I don't do one-to-ones with okay, what's your Salesforce podcast? Oh, what's your deal? I don't really care about this. One-to-one is your time, growth, how you feeling? Oh man, I saw you were silent. I loved those time. I loved them, but they were 14 hours per week, so it was impossible. So, but as long as you come with a compassion approach and say, hey, I want to be there. I want to keep this flow going, but help me. That's a different conversation.
Yeah, because it's when you're a people person and you really enjoy hanging out and talking with your team members, it's kind of tough to pull that back. But like you said, just having that open communication, I think, is vital. And on that note, we talked a little bit about Asana and Slack, doing daily huddles. Are there any other process hacks or anything else that you've used to help your team save more time and get more done?
Yeah, so I think that as a manager, these are the tools that help us a lot. Okay, so Asana for accountability. Okay, I'm not paid by Asana or anything. Actually, we paid our Asana every month and a lot. So, but Asana for accountability helps a lot. Okay, with project and everything is accessible there, and there is also this task management that you can assign tasks to people and give context. So that helps a lot. Slack is crucial for remote working. So Slack is crucial for that. So it helps us. There is no email communication, so there's zero email communication for internal in Boom, for internal comms in Boom. So that helps. To be honest with you, we have also with my team different coaching moments. Okay, so we can have tools like Gong. Again, I'm not paid by Gong, but we use a lot Gong for things that you were coaching about, right? Okay, let's get together, Ben. All of us, 2 hours. Let's talk about discovery call. How we do a discovery call? Oh, man, wait. We go in Gong. We record all the discovery call. We tag the team and say, hey, man, this is a good discovery call. Why don't we listen to this? Or, hey, Laura, this is a good one. Why don't you listen? So this technology around sales specifically and companies is there, right? And we almost feel that we are overwhelmed by that. But if you really pick your sales stack, right, and pick your technologies like Gong for sales, of course, Salesforce or any HubSpot or any CRM, Slack, Asana. If you really pick the one that help you doing something, okay, like coaching, for example, you save time yourself, you save time for your team. For example, with an issue, okay, and I think most of the people that listen to this and they are leaders in startups, they have this issue, onboarding. We need to onboard many people. Okay, I hire from now until January 9 people. Okay, nine people in my team only, and this is 100 people company, 100, not 1,000. Okay, I don't have a university. I don't have like a sales enablement team taking care of it. I need to do myself the onboarding. So what I did, I started recording my onboarding. Easy. All the session I was doing with the new hires, I tag them, I give them a name, I give them a number, and I put them in Asana. So when you start in Boom, in a remote environment, because we are remote, for the week, I know it doesn't sound great, but for a week, you have a week of video, if you want, that will walk you through Boom. So, and this is just leveraging what you have there, like a video tool and Asana, for example.
Yeah, awesome. That all of that sounds really great of not reproducing the work like for the onboarding piece of saying, "Hey, we did it once, everybody can do it," and leveraging tools like Gong for just massive insights onto everything automatically. I think that's really powerful because I mean, that probably spent a lot of time combing through each one, each conversation or talking about it when you can just say, "Hey, here's some good examples, things we can extrapolate and learn
I
from."
used to
Really,
listen, Ben,
really awesome.
to 25 calls per week. You will speed them up 1.5,
Yeah.
2, like Zoom calls or Gmeet recording, but you still need to go through all the calls. So the thing, the Gong, which again, very good, good tool, very strong. It's a bit expensive, okay, for a startup, but it's worth it. But it helps you a lot. I used to listen to calls,
Hmm.
Ben, because that's the best coaching you can give to your team, right? So you listen to a call, or you are in a call, right? So that's the best, thing you can do. I used to listen to call everywhere, when I was walking, because I didn't have time, and
Yep.
technology is there. I think that we just need to find the right spot, right, for each tech piece.
Yeah, exactly. So, with your extensive sales background in a lot of different industries, what would be, a piece of advice or a few pieces of advice that you'd give to other sales managers that are just starting out, how to be more efficient from the start?
Uh, okay, first of all, I think that you need to understand your priorities. Okay, so as a sales manager in a startup or in a scale up, but even in a corporation, okay, I don't want to take anybody off this conversation. Um, you need to master your priorities. Okay, even if you sound sometimes a bit abrasive. Let's say, okay, when people tell you, "Oh, why don't you do this?" No, okay, so no, I'm sorry, man. I love you. I don't do that. So I think that master your priority, and hiring, unfortunately or fortunately, is your first priority. The people, the people you work with, the right people will get you to the moon. The bad fit will get you to hell. Okay, so it's very important that you find what works for you and for your company. Okay, so I didn't spend much time, Ben, on this. To be honest, I started recently, but I always, when you come in a role, you're a sales manager. Oh, okay, I want to close deal. I close deal. I do processes. So wrong. Hiring, master your hiring, understand who you want. Three things, not many, scorecards. Well, three things: what you want, what you need, and try to master that. The other priority is your team. Your team. When I talk about your team, because I recently posted about this, but when you talk about your team, I'm talking about your direct reports. Okay, because then this is this is your team, and then you have your team here, right? Your peers. So develop them, coach them individually. Okay, individually, focus on the person to grow the team. There is always this belief, and this was Rafa Blanes was my VP of sales in Cloudbeds. He always said that coach the individual to coach the team, coach the individual to coach the team. So you really need to focus on the person. Okay, and of course, this means point number three, which is the book. It's a most famous book, but it's for me, Radical Candor by Kim Scott is the it's there. Read that 5 times. Is the master, right? You need to challenge directly, but you really need to care personally. So there is no team, there is no management if you're not uh, fully dedicated to get to know each other, to get to know the person you have in front of you, but more important, to care about that person. Okay, so if you start caring about people and about your team, you can challenge them also. And you can tell them when they're not enough, or you can challenge them when they didn't meet something or didn't meet a specific KPI or something. But if you don't care personally and you just challenge, then you are aggressive, or you are abrasive, or you are, not the best manager. So if you're in management, you want to go in management, I think first three things: master your priorities, and I'm giving you a hint: hiring is your first one. The second one is develop and coach the individuals to coach the team, and then third one is challenge directly and care personally.
Yeah, those are great insights for, anybody, maybe not just in sales, but just anybody managing a team, of get to that human connection, because it's easy to be like, oh, you're not hitting your numbers, but let's dig deeper into that. What's happening? How can we help you get to what you need to do, and provide you those resources? That's really awesome. Now tell me a little bit about, motivation, because I know that selling every day can be hard, and there's, a lot of no's you maybe need to stack up to get to that yes. So how do you keep your team motivated?
All right. Sales is the only job that you lose 80% of the time. Okay. So when you get into this gig that you're gonna lose 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 if you're a top performer. I lose maybe 9 out of 10. Okay. So first of all, try to have a good compensation plan. Okay, most sales are driven by not money or by results or by recognition. So try to compensate your people fairly, regardless how much you can give. Okay, if you cannot give money because you're an early stage startup, or you because you have no budget, or because, try to give them something else. Try to give them, well, I don't know, barbecue at your house. So try to give something that can at least keep them going. Okay. So motivation, first of all, compensation plan, pay them fairly, not cheap, like, oh, we don't pay you. Remove all those, be okay, those things. Just try to pay them fairly, and give them recognition if they hit their number, right? So the second thing is that I always encourage them to not work overtime. I know it's a big topic, but I don't work overtime. And trust me, man, if I want, I can work 80 hours per week. I just don't do it. At 6 o'clock, my kids, so I open this door, all right? They flow in, and then we start the other day, part of the day. So, and if I am in a meeting, I say, yeah, man, I'm sorry, I'm in a meeting and I cannot, it's family time now for me. Calendar blocked. They know it. If you do it as a manager, they will do it. They will do it, And I start blocking my calendar for lunchtime and doing a workout. And I recently seen somebody celebrating and sharing that in we have a Slack channel called Sales Wellness Fun. They were doing a workout, and I did first. Okay, so try to really stay on the clock in terms of not working overtime. Of course, you need to work overtime once; it's fine, but try to really not burn yourself. Okay, that's very, 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 very important. And the last piece of the motivation is I celebrate anything I can without being cheesy. Okay. So celebration time, indeed in a remote work, celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Oh guys, hey, well done. This is the biggest deal so far, or $50 Amazon for the first person. Try to keep them engaged in with little motivation all the time. Okay, and we have Slack channels for that. We have Friday time together with the team, like half an hour to finish the week together. Get some water, juice, wine, whatever you want to, beer, whatever you want to drink. Get together. Make that remote environment, or even that office environment, more fun. Okay, and try to do that. I remember one thing, Ben, that worked very well for me was I changed it, of course, because otherwise I'd always say. But was awards, weekly awards, right? 3 awards about 3 priorities for the company, and I will start. I remember I will click the best song of the person will start singing, and then the face will come up. Man, it's a normal. I took 2 minutes to do it, but people were so pumped up because there is this song. So you start wondering, so, oh, where's the song? Where's this? And then there's the face of the person, say, hey, and you get that. So I did it myself, right? So I'm not the best to do these things, but little thing like that every Friday to celebrate 3 people really help with the motivation, indeed in sales and indeed in a remote environment.
Yeah, I think that that can't be, understated of just celebrating those wins because like you said, there's a lot of rejection you get in the sales and it can be demoralizing. But just bringing your team together to celebrate those wins and kind of stand on those wins and really celebrate those. And as you mentioned too, of kind of having that incentive or something to work towards, whether it's a barbecue, like you said, or Amazon gift card, or maybe the compensation plan, that type of thing. That really can go a long way. You touched on it a little bit about the work-life balance and taking care of yourself. So working out, how have you seen that help, in your work life?
I'm not fit, okay? First of all, I'm not the kind of person, guys. This is a normal arm. But I'm strong, okay? I'm strong. I mean, what I mean about that, I to function at the level I am and the level I need to stay personally and professionally, I need to have I need to have my workout, okay? Or I need to have my vacation, or I need to have my meditation time with headspace or calm, whatever you want to use. Uh, it would be impossible to not be fit mentally and mentally first and physically second in order to perform in work. Okay, so I have a personal trainer who helps me, like giving me some indication, and I try to work out 3 times per week. Of course, time is tough because um, I try to do this in the morning, but then now my older daughter has nightmares. So she comes and sleep with us, so we have the other one in the other room. So it's not easy, but I try to fit a workout anytime I can. Okay, there's many apps that you can use, plenty of them. I personally use BodyFit, which is an app also I do advisorship to, which they do wellness live classes, this kind of thing. So anything that you can do, it's your friend giving you a plan, or it's there was another one, gym, whatever it is, it, something you need to do something. Okay, if it's not that, okay, and I have my wife who's, she said, I don't like this. Walk. Midday walk. Then meeting, asking the question, do we need the camera on? No. Okay, can I go for a walk? Yeah, okay, go for a walk. You have the one-to-ones walk. So anything that get the flow going and your body flow going. And trust me, again, Ben, I have no expertise or anything. I just see this on myself. But when I started, and I look at pictures, and myself also, sometimes, I get those memories coming back from Facebook, those apps. And this, you clearly see I'm in a much better state right now, even if I don't look better, but I'm in a much better state than 10 years ago, or I remember when I started, which I didn't do any activities and so on, actually. So I don't wanna, because again, I think each person needs to find what works for them, but get the blood flowing. Get up, standing desk, doing something, 10 minutes stretch, but something that can help you. Because again, if we go back to the priorities before, Ben, this is all about your team. And when I have this energy, now I have this energy at 6 o'clock, I have this energy at 9 o'clock, I can help them. because I see sometimes people coming to you say, "Oh, I had a bad day today," and then if you're, "Oh yeah, you telling me I have kids," if we start doing that, man, we just sink. And somebody needs to be stronger here. And one day it's you, one day it's going to be the other person, but it's important that we keep this energy level up. Of course, one quick tip is eating. Okay, again, I don't want to go there. Plenty of people much expert than me, but reducing meat consumption that helped me, for example, being more, all those kind of things. My wife, she's helped me also with that. We have, with the kids, we try to, since we eat, everybody eats the same thing, so we don't do. There is it's baby weaning, I think it's called. Even the 1 year old is eating what we eat, basically. Um, Salt reduction. So all that, of course, we have our pizzas on Fridays. We enjoy that, or sushi, we love it. But during the week, I have in my body more veg and protein, good protein than meat or fats and so on. So that definitely I found it helping a lot in terms of even my lunch break at home. All that I think all together helps also my performance, definitely.
Yeah, fueling your body with some good stuff, getting the blood moving anytime you can. Like you said, just a quick walk or scheduling some workouts. That meditation time too of just getting your head. All of that, I think, builds that foundation that then you can do some excellent work. And that thing that you said about maybe it's, you are having an off day and somebody else is having an off day, but if you have that energy, then you can help them turn it around and get it a bit more positive and get them moving in the right direction. So definitely words to live by for sure. That's really great. So what's next for you? What are you excited about? What's on the horizon for you?
Look, Ben, it's been an amazing year for me. Okay, I think um, I was telling you before, right? I think we went through, and I try not to be cheesy, but I think we went through uh, the toughest time of my life personally when I decided to leave Ireland after 10 years last July and move back to Italy. Okay, and I did that. We were chatting before, right? There was this 6th of July 2020, my wife and I crying behind the curtain in our house in Dublin, the house we bought with our money, uh, and looking at my daughter Mia, the bigger one, the oldest, to celebrating the third birthday with all their friends, right? And she was surrounded by friends, and it was a beautiful day in Dublin. And I remember that day I signed the contract with Boom, which ma- Boom actually is a remote company, so they didn't want me. They said you can stay in Ireland, but I took the opportunity also to to do something new and to challenge ourselves to move to Italy. So I remember my wife heavily pregnant with Greta. She was 9 months pregnant. Greta would be then with us after 2 weeks. So in all that, Greta 1 month old, Mia 3 years old with older friends, and we after 10 years in Ireland, we decided to move to Italy. Um, Toughest decision of our life, 55 boxes, so we say, in two suitcases, but we left our house. There was this selfie we took before leaving, which is, I think, one of the saddest moments of our life, because at the end of the day, I was excited for Boom and for what was coming from me, but man, it's tough, to be excited when you have other people depending on you, and I remember Greta so small on a plane, so it wasn't easy. So last year, it blew my mind. And, Boom treated me very well, and I feel I'm in I will say, top American company, right? Because for me, American companies are always one step ahead, right? In terms of treating people. I feel like that in Italy, right? Even we're an international company, but our HQ is in Italy. We're really a gem, right? In a country, Italy, which is not really. welcoming sometimes, right? For startups or for people from abroad speaking different languages. It's a country that is going very well. It's developing a lot, but still last year, COVID. Are you sure? So it paid off. So we're very very happy for that. So I wanna keep going with what I'm doing in Boom. I wanna keep doing the other sales. I hope one day, of course, to move also to chief revenue officer or those kind of, that chief revenue, VP of sales. Those are my goal. One thing I found out recently is startup advisor. I'm doing advisorship for startups on go-to-market, usually from 0 to 1 million, 0 to 2 million, the first stage. Also companies from the US relocating to Europe. I'm not getting paid or anything, but it just came up, people asking me for help. I help them in my free time, usually Saturdays, Sundays, and a couple of 1 hour in the day. You take 30 minutes for lunch in the evening. Also, the flexibility that we have in Boom allows me to do that. And that's very interesting for me. And it's coming. I don't see that to be a full-time job. I still see Boom and what head of sales and what I do, my full-time job, but startup advisor is something that it's interesting for me. On a personal level, my wife came to me one day and say, I cannot find a school, an international school for our kids, like that it's in our area. And say, okay, let's build one, let's do one. And they say, you sure? Yeah, let's do one. And now we are starting this project. We found out in this area, which is a 500,000 people area, there's no international school. So my wife is now, she's the owner of that. But she's trying to find out, how we can set up, for example, a primary school in English and in Italian, of course, but more English than Italian. So I think we will be busy for the next few years for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And, and you talk about your career growth. I think you're well on your way of just hunkering down, focusing on your people, building up your people, helping them grow. And then, with your advising stuff too, that sounds really, really great. So Matteo, I want to thank you so much for coming on and Get More Done. It was a pleasure talking with you and sharing your expertise for our audience. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Good luck on the school and everything that you're building over there with Boom. Man. And hope you have a good rest of your week.
I hope it works as you work for me, works for somebody else. So thanks for having me, Ben. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Cheers.
Cool. Cheers, Ty.
Thank you for listening to Get More Done. Be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcast. If you or someone you know would like to be on the show, you can visit getmoredone.youcanbook.me. Reach out to us on Twitter at youcanbookme or visit us on the forum, forum.youcanbook.me. I'll catch you on the next episode. Cheers.